Hey there, I hope I have sound. Do I have sound? I do. I'm just on coloring because I just did a little something for work, a training thing. And child, after that, I really I need a break. Um, so hold on, I gotta get my taskbar to do what I want it to. Okay, there we go. So I'm coloring in Jasmine Beckett Griffiths. Look at my greasy telephone screen. Don't judge me. It's because of my hair. I'm always greasing my hair. Um, Jasmine Beckett Griffith's Halloween coloring book, and I don't know. I went. I skipped a whole lot of pages. I think because I was. I don't know. I could have done this one. I don't know, but I skipped a whole lot of pages because I really wanted to try using my Neocolor ones in this book. So I think I also picked this one because it kind of was autumn like, and even the name of it is autumn. It's Autumn Kitties. So, yeah. And I think I also wanted another chance to work with the sky because I didn't like the first thing I ever colored of Jasmine Beckett Griffith was in this book, in the sky in this book, and it was a struggle, and I don't really like it. And so now is my second attempt to do that. So hold on one second, got a cough. Okay. So I'm trying again. So I wanted to use Neocolor ones, and then I also wanted to redeem redeem myself with the sky. So that's what this is about. And I need something to happen with this that isn't happening right now. Okay. My husband probably wants me to let him take out my air conditioner out of this room, but not right now. Sorry. Ain't happening. I have today off from work because it's like a break, Friday, Thursday, and Friday. And what is Oh, I need to change my calendar over because I'm just thinking, is Yom Kippur this weekend? Because maybe that's why they have it for Thursday and Friday this week. That would kind of make sense. So I have today off. I normally would be working, and so that's why I'm on right now. Um, I did that training, and it got my brain all jacked up. It's like, what, we got to do training for this now? That's not common sense. I'm seeing more and more common sense is not common sense anymore. The climate we're living in. So it kind of just was a little bit traumatizing doing that training. I'm like, good Lord, we got to tell people this? They don't know this. What happened to just be people being kind to each other? Like, got to teach them that? It makes me about ready to put a boot to the head of folks. Like, kind of makes like it sounds counterintuitive to whatever. I never said it made sense. But I mean, really, just kindness to people. What happened to just being kind to people? And that usually covers everything. If you're kind to people, if you don't know how to be kind to people, you really got some issues. And you must be unhappy in life. Being kind actually makes you feel better. Makes you feel better. Makes other people feel better. Opens doors for you. Because, like, people don't want to be around no, grumpy, miserable people. Kindness goes a long way. It doesn't mean you got to be like happy and everything all the time, because not everybody's happy all the time, you know? And everybody has rough days, but it doesn't cost anything to be kind. And the only thing it costs you is losing some selfishness to, like, just put yourself in somebody else's shoes. I'm sorry. I don't understand. I don't understand. All I can say is just gotta keep striving to be salt and light, salt and light. And it seems like we need more salt and light these days, because there's a whole lot of tasteless salt, and I don't even know what the other opposite of salt is. Whole lot of sewage running around. It's supposed to be salt. I was going to say the other word too, but I won't today. I'm not going to swear today. But that's pretty much what it is. I mean, even if you think of, sorry, I'm going off. If you think of, okay, when the Bible talks about certain things being the stench under God's nose, now what do you think that is? I'm not going to say the word, but what do you think that is? Isn't that the thing you'd think of as being the most stench? All right, then. And it's offensive to God. So, I mean, I don't have a problem using an offensive word to describe that, because it's offensive to God. So, I'm sorry. My logic is just my logic. Just, don't do as I say. If it doesn't fit right with your spirit, just don't do it. Just don't do it. I just, I don't know. I don't know. See, I'm trying to detox from that training that I'm just like, my mind is blown by, like, my goodness, we got to tell people this stuff. We got to tell people this stuff. Common sense ain't common no more. In some cases, it never was, because people have certain things they won't let go of, which is really sad. But you know what? I look at people, if Jesus Christ died for you, then what right do I have to think anything about you? He loved you enough to die for you. So it wasn't anything about how you responded to him. It's just, if it was before you could respond, before I could respond. He died for you. He died for me. So who am I to tell you you ain't got a right to be around? Nobody. STFU and learn how to love. Yeah, it does kind of make me mad, and that's when I start to swear too. I'm mad. Sorry. That training got me all jacked up. It was easy for me to get 100. I just like, I don't know, that's just what you do. Be a good person. What the heck? Sorry. Hey, Joan. Listen to me going off. I'm sorry. I just get very real when well, I don't try to be fake on here. I do sometimes try to control my mouth, but I really don't have to do that much. I am who I am, you know. I am who I am. I didn't get to be in your live or be in the video for your live last night, but I did share it. And I shared it. I put my notification on earlier when I saw you're going to be on, and then when I saw you were on, I shared it. I had a whole bunch of other stuff I had to do, so I couldn't really hang around. But someday I'm going to get a diamond painting. Maybe this weekend. And I wouldn't say painting either. It's not going to be a painting. It's not going to be anything big. It's going to be something little, like a keychain or something. Hello, Anfield. Something little, like something little with big pearls. No dots, big pearls. Something that if I drop it, I can find it. Yeah, the little tiny oh my God, they give me anxiety just looking at them because I can see them all spilled out all over my room. I just am not I can't do a tiny, uh, little things. Like, I'm not good with little things like that. And the little thing has to be attached if, if it's little for me to deal with it. Like, I can do little things like I like, cross stitch or embroidery, crocheting doilies with the really thin, thread, um, things like that. But they're attached. They're attached to something bigger, so I can't really like lose it. But that was always fun trying to crochet or knit with cats around. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Although I did have something to eventually hide my yarn in, but it was pretty funny. Sometimes their eyes would get really big. They'd be looking at the string. It's like just the string going from like the basket to my hands. I was like, oh Lord. Then I had to like take it and tuck it away somewhere else. They're funny. Like, oh, something to play with, something to attack. I miss having cats. I really do. Cats and dogs. I miss both. I miss having animals in my life. So I'm trying to make this look like an autumn sky. You know how autumn skies look up here? And I don't know. So that's why I thought it would be good for me to be online doing this, because then I do it without thinking. And I tend to do better sometimes when I just, when I'm not really thinking about it hard. And just, I wind up grabbing pencils without realizing I'm grabbing them and putting the color in, and then it works out because my subconscious already sees the picture. But if I think about it too hard, I block out my subconscious, and then I start overthinking and all this other kind of stuff. Whew, telling you, that training really jacked me up. I thought I was going to do more work after I did it. It's like, well, let me do the training because it's due on Friday and blah, 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 blah. And then I'll go and do my other work. And I couldn't even do it. Didn't do my other work. It's like, oh my gosh, I need a mental health moment. This is too much. Just wait till our next meeting. I'm going to be asking my colleagues, can you believe that training? I was like, how sad is it? Oh, God. I can't. I can't. Thank goodness the Lord hasn't changed. Because the world is always changing. But I ain't going to change. Unless it's the change that makes me more like Him. That's the change I'm looking for. And if the rest of the world or other people or the government that I'm under or whatever doesn't like it, well, guess what? Either kill me or do whatever you're going to do, because I ain't changing. My faith ain't fake. And my faith ain't for no human being. It is what it is. I don't know why. See, that really got me in the mood. Whew. If I were a runner, I'd get out and run around the block. That might get it out. Maybe that's what I need to do. Go exercise and like work off that whatever. Because I feel like I could really like preach a sermon right now or something. Hey Kim, I'm just like, oh. I found something cool this morning. I found I don't know how this waxy buildup thing is gonna look with all the scratchy, but oh wow. I can't tell. I tried to use my colorless blender I mean, it was okay, but I don't know. It wasn't giving me. Although I think I may use it again after I get some of this on and see what it does. Um, yeah, it wasn't really giving me what I wanted though. I don't think. But this is is that gonna help? No, that kind of throws me off. Trying to do sky upside down, because then I wind up doing the, I don't know, the white in there upside down. I don't know. I don't blend the colors right when I do that. Uh, oh boy. Okay, I gotta think about something else other than that training thing. Guess what bothers me is the fact that they gotta do it. It's kind of like when there's when they change a law or a rule, it's because somebody messed up. Somebody somewhere didn't know any better. This is like when they made the rule that you got to show your driver's license to withdraw money from your account at the bank. It's because somebody tried to withdraw somebody else's money out of the bank without an ID, because IDs weren't required at the time. So every rule that's made is because somebody messed up. And I think that's an undercurrent in my head. It's like, who messed up? I want to know who, I want to know where, I want to know when, I want to know with who. I want to know the details. Tell me why. Because I need to go talk to somebody and set them straight. Oh, yes, this is Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And this is her Halloween coloring book. She's got a bunch of them. I think I actually I actually have all of her books, because when I saw one, I got obsessed. And the weird thing is, I'm not all that fond of the big face thing. It's like the whole package of the book. The fact that, like how this cover is, how sturdy the book is, how the paper in the book is. Um, and it's kind of nice that these are all illustrations from images that she already has. She has things like figurines, she's got paintings. It looks like mostly she does acrylic painting on panels. I think sometimes she does oil. I'm not absolutely sure. Did I see that on one of them? But yeah, she does a lot of painting on panels. She's got figurines and things, and yeah, so I don't know. It's like the whole package of her books is like what made me want to get all of them. So I've got the Alice in Wonderland one. I've got a mermaid one. I've got this one. It says Fantasy Art Adventure. Um, I think there's another one, but I can't remember the name. And then I am getting the one Dragonlings that just came out this month. And they keep delaying the shipment of it. So now they're telling me it's the 20th of October. So yeah, I don't know. I like her. See, now this is starting to look muddy. I don't want muddy, but maybe it's got to be that way. I wonder if there's a blue I can bring in the color. Or maybe I should leave it that way. It's starting to get piled up with wax and things. Maybe if I color something else in here and then I can go back to her. Then I made her too orangey. I went over it this morning I had done the base with a Neocolor one, and I think I went over it with a white Prismacolor. And I don't know why I decided to go over it again with like one of these. I think it was this one, the Derwent, and then it made her really orange. I'm like, what the heck? So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. But hey, Jamie. I was just looking at. I was trying. I need. Okay, J Carey, if you're listening, I'm gonna need you to help me get my hashtag thing together. I miss her doing that for me because I totally have lost track of like doing of the hashtags that are going on, where to find out about them and stuff. I think just because I've been so busy, I don't know. Now it's totally dropped off my brain. Like, how did I even find out about them? I don't even know. Um, I'm telling you, a whole lot of stuff going on at work, and it just is like, you know, things keep changing, and you got to keep up with it. And like I said, like this training thing is like, okay, where'd that come from? And so yeah, I haven't been able to keep up on the hashtags, and I love doing the hashtags because I feel like people find out about other um, people in the coloring community, and I know how much the hashtags actually have helped me um, become a better colorist. Um, because of some of the things you have to do with them, like sometimes like with the one color challenge, how much that totally revolutionized my coloring. It really helped me a lot. um I don't know, just all of them always seem to help me. So just like this one, I know like there's a whole autumn coloring thing going on, so I thought, well, let me pick something for that specifically. And actually I've done a couple things with it, to be honest. I got out my um I got out this book a few days ago, and then I actually started coloring with Neocolor ones in this one, which I've never done that before. Um, the well, like so for the hashtag, do you have an autumn coloring hashtag? Is it you that has one? Hold on one second, Jamie. I'm actually gonna make you a mod so that you can just put them in the. You can put all the ones you know of if you feel like it. You can put all the ones you know of in the chat. Only if you feel like it though. Like don't feel like you have to. I just gotta figure out how I do this. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Okay. Jamie, color with me autumn challenge. Okay. Okay. Cool. Let me do. How do I do this? Oh, good. I'm on mute. That's good. Um. Okay, is it letting you put it in there? That's why I was gonna mod you, because I wasn't sure if it would let you do that or not. Ooh, fish and chips. Yum. I kind of had fish and chips just a few minutes ago. I had You could call it that. Technically it's fish and chips. I had a little bit of tuna fish with potato chips. That was my lunch and my breakfast. Okay, not the greatest lunch and breakfast, but um there you go. So, yeah, I like this page. Right, the thing I had the most fun with is the truck. I really like the truck, how that turned out. Um, and so yeah, so I still have to finish the rest of the page, but I do like how the Neocolor ones work on this paper. Um, I don't necessarily like how the grass turned out, but I feel like it's a good base. I do like how the bushes are, though. I had a hard time finding the right green for the trees, but I'm gonna go in with pencil and kind of you know do some modeling with it. But yeah, those Neocolor ones are really smooth on this paper, and I was like, oh, that's nice. So yeah, and I now have for the first time I used my Neocolor sharpener, and yeah, it works. It's nice. So So it's tea time, 7:04 at night. Is it what we like 5? Oh yeah, 5 hours. So you must, yeah, in the UK you must be 5 hours ahead of us. It's 2:05 p.m. here. So it's kind of chilly today. It was chilly last night, which was interesting. It was the first time I had even a thought about turning the heat on, but I am resisting. It really is still warm enough to not have the heat on, which is really amazing for where I live. It really is. Um, okay, now that's kind of that's too much like I can see the line. Sorry. I'm in a mood today. Oh, where's it? Where's one of my white pencils? I got so many pencils on the side of my desk. It isn't funny. We got to put these away today. Oh, got to mute. I got to talk. Not talk. I got to cough. Cool beans in the UK. Have a cup of tea for me. The real thing. And have a crumpet. I know people don't really eat those anymore. But I still haven't had my first. I saved a video to one of my playlists on how to make a crumpet, how to make crumpets. Because someday I'm going to do that. I actually have relatives in the UK, and I didn't go to see them, but my sister did. She went over there, and she I think she had to go for a conference or something. She went there to see them, and when she got together with them, and it was like, I think it was getting to be tea time, she goes, "Where's the crumpets?" And they just kind of looked at her. So you goofy American, you. Thank you so much, Jamie. Look at those hashtags, everybody. If you want to participate, feel free to. It's always fun. I love the hashtags. Oh, dogs coloring collab. We still have that. There's a picture in this book that I can do for that. There's a few of them. But there's one that I think is going to be the next one I color. It's this one. It's very Halloweeny. That's a word, Halloweeny, and it has wolves in it. So I think this is the one I'm going to do next. I might try using the Inktense on this one. I think that might be good. Yay! I got something with the hashtags. So, and this one I was thinking I could actually use this for I check and see if Martha still has her kitty cat coloring hashtag, because I can use it for that. So I like how hashtags just like they teach you new things, and then they also help people connect with other people in the coloring community. I like that. So this is like so waxy. I need to leave it alone. Okay, what else is on her? I gotta figure out. The only thing that seems, I don't know, there's not a lot that seems like autumn with her, really. But I guess I gotta do something to make these like different colors, maybe. You know, like the trees are changing, the colors are changing on the bushes and things. And she's got wings. Are they chicken feathers? I don't know. Are we plucking chickens? I gotta think of a color for that. The weather vane, like it's harvest. We need some bales of hay in there, maybe. I think I'm gonna stick with her dress because I don't think I got the brain for putting in background. You think she does? Okay. This little thing kind of does, I guess. I almost want to make this like the color of hay because I don't know, just to kind of bring in that. I don't know if I should use these or. So when I got these, some of the tips were broken off of them, which like I could have complained about that, but I wanted them too bad to like fuss about it. But if it happens again when I buy any of these, I am going to say something about it. Because that seemed kind of rude. Because these things ain't cheap. But then I also figure, well, if half the time I'm going to be like kind of melting them down and using Gamsol, it's like, well, it's already there. My piece is there. Sometimes I'm a little too easygoing. But when I get to that point where I've had enough, people got to take cover. It's like, take cover. She's going to blow. It takes a lot for that to happen. Or you really have to do something very, very bad for me to get there. Okay, and I need to save my shavings. Did I save my other shavings? I don't think I did because they were gray. And I was just kind of like, well, I can live without that. I'm going to put them in my little, put them in my dental wax things. Oh, wait, I did save it. See, I'm better than I thought I was. I did shave down one of the gray ones, and then I put the shavings in here. So I need another one. Especially, I think that's the only one I'm going to shave down right now, so I'll be okay. Oh, why did I leave that out? I didn't even leave it out. I don't want this in there with it. Oop. Oh, wrong. Shoot, wrong sharpener. Wrong sharpener. Yeah, this is very efficient, this little thing. So I'm glad I got it. Look at that. Blix. I got it from Blix. Because these things cost money. So I'm saving these shavings. And I'll just do whenever I need to get out the brush and the Gamsol or something. Yep, that's what we doing. And I don't think I really need a sharp thing to that. It really looks like a pumpkin. It's like, is it straw or is it a pumpkin? You might let it be both. So I do like how these feel on this paper. This is I'm not that skilled with the blending, and I'm trying to find it in a small space with these, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. And I was using like these things, but like you can tell I did her hair with this, and it was okay. Not my favorite though. And what has been my favorite is these, but it's not. This is not working well on this paper. I used this on the truck page in the Autumn Charm book, and it worked really well. But it's not working good on this paper, which is sad for me. So now I don't know what to do. It's almost like I need to have something that is like a pen to work with to be able to blend. Without that, I feel kind of, for small spaces, it messes me up to not have something like that. And so, oh, look, the green coming off this is from the truck page. Hey, Callie. Welcome. Have you tried wetting? Oh, well, these are the ones, not the twos. So I don't think that would work with that. But it's not so much, like I said, I kind of don't really need the point because I do intend to use um for what was I gonna say? I can't remember. I can't remember what I was just saying. Oops. Oh, because I did intend to like use like some shavings actually individually, like to color on some pages. I haven't tried that yet, but that was my plan because I'm like in a whole waste not want not kind of, you know, mode. I think I always have been in that kind of mode. But yeah, so um but I still, you buy something new, you expect them to all be there with their points and then a bunch of them are beheaded. It's like kind of makes you feel some type of way, but it's like okay, it's still there. Didn't lose any pigment, so have pigment will travel. So let's see. I'm gonna try this side because this side didn't work well in on the truck page. It's like softer. This side is really firm, and it did. This is didn't work in here, so maybe I don't know. And let me see if I can clean this up at all. I think it might be. It's weird how this thing seems to like clean up itself in a way. I don't know how that works. I don't know what this is made of, this thing, but it really is pretty cool. And I got to see if I can wash it. I need to try that out at some point. I probably can, but I hate to ruin it because then I got to buy another one. Oh, yeah, that's a drag. That's a drag. Oh, but I need something to blend. Oops. Do I need, let's see, another color. I kind of wish these came in more than 40 colors, to be honest. It really is like an upscale crayon. But the thing is that, well, I should probably try crayons in this book to see how they work in this book. Just regular crayons. Um, it might surprise me. It might work well. See, this one's like split in half. Oh, you can't see it because it's not on the camera. I was like, how'd they do that to me? It was split right in half. Thanks a lot. That one split there. I was like, ugh. But it's all right. Okay, so what color do I want? Do I want us to use the same color I used in her hair? Just a little bit of it. It'll turn kind of orangish. But I really like these. And I just like how how smooth they are. And I would use the ones, but I don't think I want to. I don't know about using water in this book. I'm scared. Only because I'm bad with using water. I don't want crinkly pages. And I think, well, I probably will try to use. Well, I already said I want to use Inktense in here. So obviously I'm going to use some water. But do I like that? Let's see how they look together. I don't want those to fall. Don't fall. Let's see if this works. Yeah, that's the only thing. It's like too smoochy. Oh, see? That does kind of... Okay, this side works. But it's just so flimsy that it's like... I don't know if I like that color. Almost looks like that candy corn, the different color candy corn. When they started making that, the one that's, I don't know, is it like brown? Has the little bit of kind of brownish color in it. Okay, something's coming off on here from before. It looks kind of trashy. I have to go over it with pencil. Yeah, see, I'm not finding a good thing to smudge in this with, which kind of defeats the, which then would make it where Neocolor 2s would work better in that case, because you can just use water. I could use Gamsol, but yeah, am I going to do that? I don't know, I just might. That's in my little thingy. I just don't want to deal with the smell of Gamsol. I already got issues this week. I don't need that on top of it. One sec. Okay, so I already got like two things I know I want to use in here: Inktense. Excuse me, Inktense and um. I'm gonna try priming a page in here to use water, something with more water, which would be like the watercolors and Neocolor 2s. I can always use a combination of the two in here as well. I wonder if I can go over this with a. Can I go over it with a 1 and still get something? Or do I need to do the 1 first? Probably need to do the 1 first. But I kind of want, or need to use the 2 first, I mean. So, like, because I think when I saw someone in a video using the combination, both the ones, Neocolor 1s and 2s, they started with the 1s, just like, basing a page with watercolor or something. And then they went over it with the Neocolor, based it with Neocolor 2s, then went over that with Neocolor 1s. But for me, what I'm thinking, what I wish would work, is to do the opposite, because then I figure the Neocolor 1s will be the base, keep the water from going through the page or something. But it also might keep the color going from sticking. Let's see how dingy this is, because I use this. Okay, so this is a no. I can't start out with a fresh one of these every time. This is not gonna, that's not doable in my world. So, okay, we're experimenting. And my fingers, I don't know, my fingers aren't small enough to get, I can't get, you know what I mean? I can't use technique with my finger. My finger's too bigger than this space, so that won't work. I'm gonna get out some. We're gonna figure it out. Where is. This is why my pencils are always out. What color is sangria? I don't know why all of a sudden yesterday, a bunch of my these ChromaFlows were breaking when I sharpened them. Like breaking more than once. Like I sharpen it, go to use it, and it's like it's not really, the tip breaks off that I just sharpened. And I had to sharpen it in my electric sharpener, which made it short. And I'm glad they sell ChromaFlows open stock now, because now I'm starting up a list of those. So I can have a backup of my favorites. It's like from the band or something. So this is what I'm going to wind up doing. I can see it now. Okay, I like that. So I did something today that like was unexpected, and I signed up for Netflix, which I haven't had for, has it been 10 years now? I actually signed up for it. It's funny because, thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this color combination. So I thought I could actually, like with my old account, I could go in. I figured I'd try that before, you know, setting up a new account. And nope, it's like gone. Like, okay, yeah, well, it's been a long time, so that's okay. Wondering if they would maybe give me a deal and kind of like grandfather me into something, but no. So, but there was just a time where I was like, I don't know, something was telling me to get rid of it, and so I just did. I didn't want to not do as my spirit was telling me to do, so I got rid of it like 10 years ago. And I think, well, a big part of it, see, I was very much into getting the DVDs. And so when they went to streaming, making that the predominant thing, it's like, well, anything that I used to get on DVD, most of that was not on streaming. So, because I used to watch a lot of French films, a lot of foreign films, not just French, but a lot of them were French, um, and things like that. French and Chinese. I used to watch a lot of French and Chinese films, and and then a lot of what do you call them, like art films, and I don't know, just weird stuff. And those weren't available on streaming. So it's like, well, and then they got rid of the DVDs altogether. So it's like, well, what? I can't watch. You don't have the kind of things I want to watch. So like, I got rid of it. That was one reason for getting rid of it. But the other reason was, I don't know. Lord said get rid of it, so I did. I didn't even ask. I just like just get okay. I don't know why. I'll find out later, or maybe I won't find out later. But I'll just get rid of it. I didn't miss it. I can tell you that much. But now, since I got rid of Hulu, I went and investigated who owns who owns Netflix. It says, okay, well, Netflix, you're okay for now, so I'm gonna get you. So you can watch it while I work. Might help me get some things done faster. So I already filled up my list. Well, not filled it up. I mean, I had originally, like for my other Netflix, oh my gosh, I had so much stuff on that list. That might be why they didn't let me sign in on my old sign in anymore, because I had so much stuff on there. Like, we're sick of holding that list. You got too much stuff on there. I mean, I had like 300 or 300, I may have had 300 plus things on that list. And so, yeah, they're probably like, no, we not curating this for you. No, you need to go somewhere. Oh, I don't know what color to do her eyebrows or her eyelids. Hello. I do know what to do with eyebrows. I'm going to do it with this. These faces remind me of those old Love Is characters from the was it the 60s, 70s? Okay, I'm gonna wait on that last pumpkin, or I'm gonna make this a pumpkin. I'm gonna wait until I get other colors in there, so I kind of have an idea of, I don't know, what's matching and working. Annie, hey, I was just thinking yesterday. I said I need to look up her channel. Things like I don't know. I don't know. YouTube is so weird these days. It doesn't really show you what you want to see or something. I don't know. This is weird. But I was thinking I gotta go find Annie's channel again. See how she's doing. How you doing? By the way, since you're here, tell us how you're doing. So I wonder. I almost want to put dark green on her because it is. Let's see what colors. I could even put designs on her dress too. Could do that. That might be something I could do, like with gouache. Like if I did her little dress here, like dark green, and then in gouache I put like orange pumpkins on it. That's a challenge for me, but I don't know if I have the right color. I love this color. Absolutely, positively love this color. I'm probably gonna have to blend it. Let me see where I'm putting these things. Put them somewhere. I can still see them. I just love this color. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I don't know. I just want to use this color because I like it. Wonder what would happen if you used regular crayon on top of the Neo color ones. Wonder if anything would happen. I'm almost tempted to try it. Can you hear that in my voice? All of a sudden, I do like, oh, I wonder what, and then all of a sudden, the thing's in my hand and I'm using it. And careful around these little kitties. I have to decide what color to make the kitties. This is more like a, what's it say the color is? Where is it? It's dark. I can't see it. I know it's on here. There it is. Malachite? Green malachite. Or malachite green. Oh. So is that the other one? The opposite one? Prayers. Lord, we just pray in Jesus' name to continue to help Annie through the healing process from surgery and to take care of anything anything else that's coming in or on or trying to come in and on, just handle it, Lord. Take care of it. Heal her through and through. Get her to 100%. Heal her mind, her heart, her body, and give her peace. In Jesus' name. Thank you, Lord. Oop. Hey, Jill. Okay. Pray that the Lord will knock it out. I will check out your channel to actually let me so you can share your channel. I'm gonna oh, you got this on 2 different channels. That's funny. Am I do I still okay. I'm gonna make you a mod so you can share your channels. It's not really for moderating. Because I don't know. All nice people come here, really. If somebody comes here who isn't nice, they get my wrath and then they move on. Or I just block them, move on. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I start preaching and then, I got a story on that, by the way. It's kind of funny. Not about, well, it's not really about, it's about starting to preach and scaring people off from that. And it's my mother. She did this. Um, my parents used to own a little mom and pop store. Oops, I think I still got yellow on my hand. That's okay. I didn't mind for this being a little green. And mostly because my dad worked full time, so my mother was most of the time she was in there by herself until he got off of work. And then sometimes he would work late too, so she'd be there by herself. And my brother, I think she would close the store for a little while and pick up my brother from school, and then he would be there with her for the rest of until they closed the store. And finger. And one afternoon, my brother was in the back room working on his homework, and my mother was manning the store. Well, this guy came in and was came in, had something in his hand, like a gun. Don't know if it really was a gun or not, but posing with something that's supposed to be a gun. And it was give me everything that's in the cash register. He had to say that to her a few times because she just looked at him. And then all of a sudden, she just started preaching like a freaking blue streak. Instead of swearing a blue streak, she was preaching a blue streak, telling him about himself. And she's like, and you need Jesus. What are you doing going around here doing? And the funny thing was my little brother had come up, and then she just shook her head. She's like, to let him know to go back. Don't come up here. Stay back where you are. And she just started preaching at the guy. She wouldn't let up. She would not stop. And my brother heard her going off on the guy, just giving him scripture and telling him this and telling him that and whatever. The guy got he was just like I don't know, it messed him up, and he just like all of a sudden it was like he said, he started running like picking up speed almost like a cartoon character. You know how their legs start moving, running in place. She said it was like that, and then all of a sudden he like flew out the door because he couldn't handle it. My mother preaching at him. I was like, oh my gosh. But then knowing my mother, yeah, I could see how that could happen. Oh my God. He went tearing out the door. Never got any money. I think after that, my parents decided to close the store. It's like, this is not worth it. But yeah, it's kind of like in my family. When we get there, you better watch out, because you're gonna leave here saved, or you just gonna leave. You got two choices. We believe in free will. You gonna leave here changed, or you just gonna leave? That's your choice. I can't. Who wound up telling me that? I can't even remember if it was my brother or I don't know. That was I forget. I was like, I think I was 15 at the time when that happened. Because I got out of school later than my brother, so usually I just went, just took the school bus and I was home. But because he got out sooner, nobody would be there with him, so she would have to go pick him up. I think I just did this backwards now that I think about it. The white should be on the part that's... Trying to do this. I need a Q-tip, maybe. Maybe that's what I need. In that little spot to blend. Well, I will be going to your channel, Annie, to get the updates. That was on my list of things to do this week anyway. To do before Friday. Before the end of day Friday. That was like on my list of things to do. So I will be doing that. And you're always in my prayers. Mm-hmm. I just want to blend that so bad, but I don't have a good, let's see. They say the effectual fervent prayer of the righteous man availeth much. Much. Not a little bit. Much. I gotta figure out if there's a way to wash this. I do have some. Hey, TaylorMade. Sassy's in here. Hey, Sassy. I must have been going off about something. I missed that you were here. Just see me come in. I have a baby wipe somewhere. I think I'm almost over that training. You know what? I think I go off sometimes like my mother did then when I'm at work. I always notice because then they're like really looking at me like, uh-oh. That's like one thing I'll just say. I won't say this too often, but I'll say it right now. I teach at a college, and the students are really different this semester in ways that I just don't know what to say. I had one student going around table to table to see how they're doing on stuff and checking to see how this one table student's doing, and one kid said to me, he goes, do you like to gamble? And he looks at me and his eyes are all bright. And I said, well, actually, no, I don't. I says, I'm like, bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. I says, I like my money and I need something I can hold on to if I'm going to give some up. And he says, oh, he goes, red or black, red or black. I was like, oh, because I guess he goes, I'm going gambling tonight. And I'm really excited. He goes, should I do red or black? Should I bet red or black? I'm like, I have no idea. I says, you should keep your money. That's what I say. But the look in his eyes, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, okay, well, I know what to pray for you on. But yeah, that's like what, like the second time in like maybe 2 years that I've been aware of gambling really being a thing for them. And that, among other things, that's kind of concerning. College kids, they're like from 17 to 24 or so. I actually have one student who's like, I don't know. I think he's probably in his 50s. That's not a usual thing. But yeah. But for the most part, they're usually like anywhere from 17 to 24. But his eyes, he's like, I'm going gambling tonight. Red or black, red or black. I'm like, good Lord, he's possessed. I'm like, neither. Keep your money. Put it on your dining hall bill or something. Oh boy. It's almost, I don't know, it's really weird. It's almost like these kids seem like they're parentless but with parents. Were you really? Okay. Yeah, see, no. Well, I wasn't gambling. I was spending my money on shoes and clothes. Shoes and clothes and jewelry and makeup. Shoes, clothes, jewelry, makeup. And music stuff. Yeah, I know. It's like, that's what, like, is that the blackjack table? Red or black? See, I barely know. I did have a friend who was really good at blackjack. Um, but she also knew how to hold on to her money, too. Um, I also had, and I almost told this kid, I almost told them the story, and I was like, nah, you better not. Because I had a friend, um, actually, it was a guy who actually wanted to marry me. Um, some things about him scared me too much. He was really handsome, though. Oh my gosh, he could have been a model. Um, he was also younger than me, though, so it was like, no. I don't want to be raising no man. Nah, that's not my life. Not my ministry. But he would like when we were hanging out a lot. And he had this old beat up truck, and but and he's really smart too. Um, but he would, I don't know how he got into doing this, but he used to go to the racetrack, and this was like when we were in our 20s, like, and he was like, man, he was younger than me, so I don't even know. Is he 21? Maybe. And yeah, he got into this thing where he was going to the racetrack all the time. And so he would go pick me up for us to go over a friend of ours house and stuff. I'd open his. I don't know why I was opening. I might have been opening his glove compartment because the trunk was old and the glove compartment kept falling down, and so I had to pick it up. And one time, I think when I did that to push it back up, and I didn't get it up there all the way, and I looked, he had like there was like wads of money, like bands of money, in his glove compartment. And me working at a bank, I could tell exactly what it was and how much money it was. I was like, "What the heck is that?" He goes, "Oh, I was at the racetrack today." He also used to play splat ball too, or what do we call it now, paintball. So he used to win money from tournaments like that too. I don't know, money would fall in this guy's lap. It was really weird. And no, he wasn't a drug dealer. He really wasn't. If he was, like, I don't even know. I don't even know how that worked. Um, but no, he wasn't a drug dealer. He really had his mom. I think. Well, his dad, I think, was an alcoholic and stuff, and yeah, he was really anti any kind of substance. I'm trying to actually what I'm doing while I'm talking. I'm cleaning this so I'm not like doing nothing. But yeah, that used to. I used to tell him, you need to get this out of your truck. You need to put it somewhere, but it should not be in your truck. And it shouldn't be on your person either. You home. Keep it at home. If you're not gonna put it in a bank, keep it at home. But I was like, how are you walking around with bands of money like that? And like, what if somebody finds out that you have this? Oh, it was crazy. I remember when I because we were hanging around so much that people actually thought, we were like boyfriend and girlfriend, and we really weren't. But then it got to that point where I kind of had to decide because I already knew how much he liked me. And child, when I asked the Lord about it, and I kind of felt the Lord saying, "Well, how do you feel about it?" I actually started crying. It's like I don't want to be with him. I just want to be his friend. I don't want to marry him. There was my answer. It's like if you cry at the thought of being married to that person, I guess you don't want to be with them. And then I had the thing, it was like, okay, so I know he's ready to get married. He's in that mode. When guys get in that thing, that mode is kind of like you can't, they're just there. And I was like, no. And so I didn't say anything to him, but I knew then what I had to do was distance myself from him, which was hard because I was used to hanging out with him and stuff. But I knew I had to do that so he would find the one that was his. Um, and so I did that. So, and he's still married to her now. And the funny thing was, she was acting funny with me when the incident happened where they met and everything. And she was because there was a bunch of us who used to hang around in a group or whatever. And then so when somehow she got connected with our group or whatever, and she liked him, and she always be giving me funny looks. It was like, I don't want him. That's what I wanted to tell her. I don't want him. And then he's a nice guy and everything. And like I said, he's really handsome and really intelligent. But I just knew like he wasn't, it wasn't, we would have had pretty babies too, by the way, but that's another story. Um, but I just knew he wasn't the one. For not for me. And I knew it wasn't, no. And so I was like, why are you giving me funny looks? I don't want him. I set him free so he can find the one who's for him. And like, maybe you're it. Stop giving me that eye. Eventually she did. Stop giving me that eye. I was like, here, I'm for you. I'm not against you. I'm for you, lady. And I want him to be happy. So, and I actually felt really good because it was like, you know what? It was a platonic relationship, and we were, it was very much on my mind for sure, and his too, about being, chased. And so I actually felt really good at their wedding that I had helped to keep him ready for her. I guess that's the only way I know how to say it. And I felt really good about that. I felt really blessed by that. Don't give to me what belongs to somebody else, and vice versa. And they are still married today. I probably could have found a turquoise to put with this, but I don't know. They probably would have been too much like right. And you know me in color. I like to play. I like to see how it blends. If anybody else came in here and I missed you, hey, I'm just running my mouth. I probably need to go eat soon. I didn't really, well, I already said I didn't really eat much. And I really need to think more about eating something normal for dinner. I do have some soup left. What I really kind of want is chili. Because the last chili I made, I think I ate from it once. My husband ate the rest of it up from me. So I don't think I have any more ground beef. I just have ground pork. And I don't really want ground pork chili. I don't like it as much. With the ground pork. I don't mind ground pork and beef mixed. That I kind of like. But I gotta have some ground beef in it. Somebody did give us some venison. I can make some chili with venison. That's not a bad idea. I wonder if my husband froze it. I gotta get used to though, like gotta keep a better eye on my seasonings though with the venison, because if I do too much cumin with the venison, I think it's gonna be too like kind of tangy, like because of the gaminess of the venison. I don't want no tart tart chili. That even sounds bad. Uh, and I don't feel so bad like taking. Some people I don't mind taking. Accepting venison from, because I know they're the type of people who like they eat what they hunt around here. It's not all this for fun stuff. It's kind of also like to survive. So, which I can appreciate, because I mean that's why we have the provision here on this earth is for. So I just can't be the one hunting it, because like I'd be child. If I had to, I would. But can I tell you, I'd be praying the whole time I'm hunting and say, Lord, let it be the one that needs to go now. I'd be praying all kinds of things. It would be a prayerful thing for me to do that, because it's like it's not any, and I can say this, and then yet I'll eat ground pork and whatever else, because I don't see, there's a big separation between me and how it got to that place. which is kind of weird. I feel like in a way, it almost seems hypocritical. But what'd you say? I make chili with lamb. Oh, huh. Yeah, I have made chili with venison before. It's been a while though, and so but I do remember I gotta. Sometimes I would soak it in milk before, um, before cooking it, because it kind of takes a little bit of the gaminess out of it. But then if you let it soak in milk for too long, it takes all the flavor out of it too. So I kind of like to work with the flavor. I almost think I need to fry a little bit of the venison first, just a teeny bit, so I can smell it and taste it, and then I'll know how to season the chili um, to make it with. But oh, I just realized that's her dress too. What would happen if I do this first and then the? But it seems like we have a lot of deer this year, um, this season, and I just keep praying because it's like, please don't let him get hit by a car. I can't stand that. That makes me crazy. That makes me cry. So I'm just like, stay there in the woods. Stay back in the woods. Don't come out. But I passed when I was going to work the other day. Um, I had like three fawns come out out of the out of the woods onto the road. And I wasn't. It was in a place where it's like 40 miles per hour, and I always watch anyway, especially if it's early in the morning. I watch because I know that they'll come out, and so they had enough time, and they were moving along good. So I felt good about that. It's like, yep, you got to keep that energy. Do that. Do that when I'm not around too. Some people don't look like I do. I don't want them to get hurt. And that same morning, I saw a porcupine cross the road. That I've never seen before. And I was able to stop for him too. And he's like, waddle, waddle, waddle. I'm like, yeah, you gotta waddle faster, dude. Because I'm here waiting for you, but somebody else is coming up the other way. And I can't see that this morning. I will just totally like lose it. He did get to the other side though. They're funny looking things. They're cute. Yeah, it has a good flavor when you mix it. I really like the flavor when you mix it. This last one I made, I just had ground beef, and I had the ground beef from Aldi's, which for some reason I just really like. And I made it more like a, I don't know, I made it totally different because I didn't even fry the meat before. I just put everything in the crock pot and cooked it. And it turned out to be kind of a, I don't know, it's almost like a more, I don't want to say genuine chili, but the meat turned out finer or something. And I made like I blended a bunch of vegetables together, the onions and everything, all the savory things. I blended them all together and put it in there almost like a paste. Excuse me. And I don't know, it turned out really good because my husband ate it all up from me. So that's how I know it must have been good. I thought personally it's like, "Ooh, this actually is really good." Yeah, it had to be really good because he ate it all up. But now I want more. It's like I'm probably not going to be making it the same way I made that one. And I even made that one with kidney beans, which I can't stand. But I had a can of kidney beans in the cupboard that I needed to use, because I'm trying to, use things by the dates on them and stuff. And I originally had the kidney beans to make veggie burgers with. But it's like, nah, I need to use this now, and I'm not in veggie burger mode with the braces and all that kind of stuff. So, because when I make a veggie burger, I have it like stacked with, all this stuff, onions. Then I have it stacked with tomatoes and avocado and lettuce on top, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can't eat that. I can't fit that in my mouth. I can't eat it around my braces and all that. So I had to use the kidney beans, and it actually was really good. I was like, wow. Oh. Yeah, if I were by myself, I probably even wouldn't be using beef. But my husband's really a carnivore, and yeah, he's a really red meat person. So some things I just do like that, and maybe that's why he scarfed that up, is because like, oh, she used beef. It's like, this is different. So what am I gonna do with the kitty cats? I suppose they don't. She says in her original painting, she made all the kitty cats black. But in your coloring book, you can choose what type of kitties they are. If you look closely at the fairy, you'll see the details in her hair almost resemble pumpkins. Yep, I do. I don't know. Should I make them autumn colors? They are fairy cats. Fairy kittens. Or something. Maybe I'll do that. Hey, Bayou Gold. I don't remember your name, but other than, your screen name, but hello. I think I heard somebody use it one time, but I don't remember what it is. My brain be full. My brain be full. I wonder if I should work on I don't know. Kitty cats, kitty cats. And then what to do with her wings? What color wings? And I smudged some of her hair on there too, which is kind of not too cool, but I don't know. I do have some sparkle paint, acrylic paint that's green, like emerald green or something like that. That might be too much though. How would I do these cats black and not have it be a smudge fest? That's what I'm wondering. Is that cat sitting on hay or something? Is that what that is? Maybe what color? Oh, that's cat. That's not cat though. What is this? Their haunches? Must be. Yeah, I can use this for Martha. Martha Makes Arts kitty cat coloring too. I think I want this to be. Thank you. This is from Jasmine Beckett Griffith's Halloween coloring book. Figured it was a good thing to do for October. So, oh, look at that. Her stockings are like maroon and beige. Should I give her hay wings? Make this hay and then make her wings the same color? I think I'm getting close to needing to sharpen this one. So tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Ivy Pearl Clever Swirl is going to be live. I'm not sure what she's going to be doing, but she's going to be live tonight. And tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Foxy Colorist is going to be live. So if you don't have anything to do or watch during those times, today or tomorrow, that's going on. Oh, that's the cat. Oops. I'm still waiting for that pregnant cat to show up at my door. It hasn't happened yet. I'm basically waiting on the Lord to send the cat, the next pet that's ours. And I don't know when that's going to be. Because I kind of feel like there's some things we need to do first. Other things we need to be taken care of. But I really miss having a cat. I really do. In particular, snugglers. I miss the snugglers. I miss the snugglers that can go to the bathroom on their own. Let me just be truthful. That's one thing I like about cats. They don't need, they do their business on their own. They don't need assistance. I kind of need a dog that's more like that. The first dog that we had, she was like that. She just had her own program. She had her own program with everybody on the road. Just like, excuse me. This was before, I didn't have her as a puppy. I don't know how she got this way. I don't know how she got that way. But she was really, she just had her own program. I didn't ever see her go to the bathroom until her last 2 years of life. Okay, Jill, you have a good rest of your day. Because I think she went in the woods. Oh, I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe I should be using... Okay, let's get more of these. Where's the gold? And I can blend in the hair where I went over the line. And the skin where I went over the line with some weird color that I shouldn't have used. I still have a little bit to do on the first page I did in here. I did a little bit on the candle that was melting in the background, trying to make it look like something. But I think I have to go in with some, the next thing I think I have to do is go in with some sparkle or glitter markers and, or something, and do some little things in it, accents and things. So it's close to being done, and then I think I'm going to do a short of it. You see, can I find, I want to share the hashtags that Jamie shared. Can I do, I can't do it on here. I got to do it on, where are they? I wonder if they have any, these are the hashtags from, Disney and Coloring with Jamie, that are for autumn and other things. Hi, Christina. Just going to share those with everyone. And you can check out his channel. He actually did a video that premiered this morning that I actually shared on my wall But you might also want to check that out. Actually, oh yeah, that's another thing I can share. Um, just 1 second, be right back, and I'll tell you about it. Yes, they did. Oh, did show. Oh, was that an old message? Be right back. Shoot, I just realized I could have gotten my other little case like this while I was up, and I didn't. So I can put my little yellow shavings in it. But I'll get that in next run. Okay. Oh, I don't remember what I was going to say before I left. I don't remember. Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Because I posted the Disney Coloring with Jamie. He uh had a book there that's part of what he's doing for a coloring collab. And I saw that book and I was like, ooh. So, um, that book is coming to me. A book like that is coming to me. It's called Spooky Moments, cute coloring book for adults and teens with adorable characters and creepy scenes for relaxation. It's a cozy coloring book by Jade Summer. It's so freaking cute. So, and it's kind of like a bold, almost like a bold and easy kind of book. And like, so, yeah, something very chill to color in. So I'm going to be getting that. I guess I said Saturday. Um, and let's see what else. There's something else I got too. Oh, and something I said I wasn't gonna get. I was just talking about it earlier this week, and I was like, nah, I don't want that book. Well, I'm getting that book. Um, Hannah Carlson's Merry Christmas coloring book. She's got some angels and stuff in there, so I thought, you know what, that would be fun. Um, hey Mandy, you found me. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. And then I was on the Amazon site for UK, the Amazon UK site, because I was checking on the status of my Kirby book. And I don't know, I just started looking because I noticed they had some, other Kirby books that were marked down or whatever. And I almost got a Reflections book, but then I said, no, you don't need that. But they showed that what do you call her? The Melipomene. Oh my gosh, how do you say your last name? Jetsipena Giotto? Okay, I'm gonna have to work on that one. The Dream Voyage coloring book, which I kind of did want, but I was like, I don't know. Well, I did wind up getting it. But I didn't get it on the Amazon UK site. I went back to the US site and I got it. So something different to color. When I get in a different kind of mood. So yeah. So I guess I bought 3 books today. See, I should have been working. They should have had me at work. Because now I just went and bought coloring books. Oh well. But okay, so where are we with Miss Angel? Should I use the blender? I don't know how well this works with on this paper. Let me see. I think it worked better in the Kirby books than in here. Doesn't really seem to do much on this paper. No. I don't know. But yeah, I don't like it. Does better without it than it does with it. I'm doing good, Mandy. I'm feeling a lot better than I have been. And today will be a week. This time last week I was sleeping. I came home early from work and ate and went right to bed and didn't wake up until, well, I did wake up, but I didn't get out of bed really until Friday. And then I was feeling crappy, so I ate, just made sure I kept eating and went back to bed. So it's officially been a week. Still got the cough. My nose is still congested and my coughs are still, productive, as they'd say, a little bit, but I can tell it is dissipating. Because I can actually talk like a normal human being. I think I need a Prismacolor. This is not doing it. I need wax on wax. Wax on wax on wax. Oh, let's see. Random. And I need brown. This is how I wind up with so many pencils on the desk. Just in case anybody wondered. Are these all the same color? This looks purple. They're the same or different? It's different. And I heard Bubbles. I was in at the end of her live yesterday. Caught the end of it, and it sounds like she sounds like me. I was like, oh no. So I hope, Bubbles, I hope you're doing better today. Drink lots of fluid, vitamin C. And something that seemed to help me this time a lot was potassium and vitamin A. I don't know, I just kept making those smoothies with carrots and bananas. And I would put a pinch of cayenne pepper in it because capsium is really good for a lot of things. Reducing inflammation and breaking up, congestion and things like that, that really helped a lot. Because my as bad as like I sounded, um, my congestion, um, that that really was helping to like make things break up and not stay, even though it sounds like I am really congested, which I am, but that really helps. Cayenne pepper really does help. And all I would put in there was a pinch. Not a lot, just a pinch. So, oh, you can't see. Can you see what I'm coloring? Can't even tell. Sorry about that. Yay, yeah. It's time for autumn coloring. It seems like that, I could be wrong, but it also seems like that Hannah Carlson Merry Christmas coloring book it may have snow in it, which is kind of cool. So, that S word. It's okay to color. Maybe not so okay to drive in, but I mean, I don't mind, simple driving in the snow, simple kind of snow, but it's like driving in snow blizzard kind of snow. No, 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 no. That's the part I don't like. I mean, I think it can even handle like, drifting snow when it's not snowing. That's okay. But if you got drifting snow and snowing, that's a no no. That's not fun. Um, and as long as visibility is reasonable, yeah, I don't mind it. But when visibility is like close to zero, no, that's not fun. I don't know why I made those so dark, but they are. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Kind of wonder if there's a way to make it look like hay. Can I do that? How do you do that? How would you make hay wings? As you can see, I'm trying. I always do that. I say something and then I just start doing it. It's like, well, can't go back now. It's too late to turn back now. I've been watching some music reaction channels lately. And I've been watching this one guy. What's his name? Is it? Oops. Oh, jeez, I just knocked myself all the way out of that. Let me see what his name is. Oh, where are you, dude? Where you at? Where you at? Where is he? Let's watch one. Was it Tuesday night I watched it? Was it that late? That long ago? Oh my gosh, I haven't heard. Okay, here he is. Magnify Reacts. That's who I've been watching. And I don't know, it got me listening to this stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Had me listening to the Allman Brothers, Tied to the Whipping Post. That song is like so epic. It's like a song like when I first started, a friend like we had moved from like the inner city to the suburbs. Barf, didn't like the suburbs. Um, like people I met out there, but I don't like living out there. Can't get nowhere without a car. Who wants that? I didn't like that. But anyway, So a friend from school, she got me, into listening, to rock, right? She was the first one, the one that got me started listening. So I started listening to the channel that was there. WSAY was the channel. If you know, you know. And she was really into the group Montrose, which I didn't even know until recently that Sammy Hagar was the singer for them. I had no idea. I don't know. Sammy Hagar kind of annoys me, but I don't mind what he did on his own, and I like what he did with Montrose. But like, he never should have been in Van Halen. That was like totally ridiculous. But like, never mind on that one. Um, does that look like hay? Does that look like hay? But yeah. So, yeah. So, and I think this it's kind of weird listening to this Magnify react to music, because it's like, I don't know how old he is, but he's definitely younger, a lot younger than me. And so to have somebody younger listen to music from your era and listen to music that they normally don't listen to when they don't know any of the backstory or anything is kind of weird. But it's also kind of amusing too. Um, so you have people in the comments giving them all the backstory and everybody. And it was kind of interesting too, because there were some things that some people mentioned in there in the Allman Brothers react video that I had forgotten about. So this is something about that era of music that, like, I don't know. It seems like there was this sense of no boundaries as far, I don't know, as far as race and things like that. That um I don't know. I guess it was a kind of continuation, I guess, of the 60s and the whole Woodstock and hippie thing and whatever. I don't know. I remember my uncle coming back from, I guess it probably was basic training, or I don't know, coming back from, I don't know, coming back for some reason, maybe because I don't know why. Coming back from Vietnam, though, he didn't see, I don't know, I don't think he saw any action. Um I don't remember what position or something he had in there, um, but him coming back, whether it was just a visit or whatever, and the music he would come back with, and that was how, even before, like, we had moved to the suburbs and stuff like that. Um, that Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young album, that is like epic, and I always forget the name of it, but I can always see it in my head. The maroon, brown, and beige, that album cover, and the impact that album had on me with music. Um, I don't know. I'm rambling. I know. But, and then there was like the band War, which like also Eric Burden had worked with. And so it was always kind of like, and even with Sly and the Family Stone, always like this, it was always just, it's about the music. It's not about what the people look like that are in here, it's about the music. And there's actually always been a lot of that's been going on in the undercurrent, and people just don't realize it because they weren't seeing the groups, or they weren't seeing the backup singers or the backup band. But it's always been that way. There's something about music that it's like, we don't care what you look like. Can you play this sound, or how well can you play, and can you do this lick, and can you play these group of songs? Oh yeah, that's what people just, you're into that, and that's it. It's about the music, which I guess is why I hung around a lot of musicians, because it's always about the music. It's like, can you play it? Can you sing it? That's all we care about. And yeah, we got your back. Besides, I don't know. Because when I was younger, actually, African Americans didn't even, I don't know, Bob Marley, who's that? Whereas I'm half Jamaican, and it's like Bob Marley, of course. And the only other people that knew about Bob Marley were hippies. Actually, like when I was in younger, like before we moved to the suburbs, um, my friends would say, "What kind of music is that?" My black friends would say that. What kind of music is that? Because it wasn't R&B. Like it's reggae or it's rock steady. And it's kind of interesting. Aretha Franklin's song "Rock Steady" was really not rock steady. So I was like, I was confused by that as a kid. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why is Aretha trying to do this and she's doing it wrong? Okay, let's see. I'm just like, I guess I'm just in the mood to color. Should I give her brown eyes? Should I give her brown eyeshadow? Oh, yeah, my friend from high school, from like my first freshman year, I think it was. She was into Ronnie Montrose. She got me listening to WSAY. I kept saying, like, there's no rhythm to any of this music. Like, but the things that I could most connect with were like the Allman Brothers. Because I mean, basically, it was kind of like roots music. It was kind of like blues. Actually, I the day when Led Zeppelin finally made sense to me, music made sense to me. That was a shift. I don't know what happened that made it happen, but it used to sound just like I don't know, like gibberish to me before, and I'm not sure what made the difference. I guess it was understanding that they were the that whole on the beat off the beat kind of thing, and also it's almost I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out when I don't really know online in front of people. Sounding all foolish, but yeah, there just was a day where all of a sudden the sound made sense to me. I could get it. I understood where it was coming from, and I think it's because I was trying to hear it with the ear of with an R&B ear, and you can't listen to it with an R&B ear. Now I can see where they were trying to where the blues was an influence to them, but it's not using the blues. It's almost like somebody trying to play reggae who doesn't know how to play reggae. They don't really get they don't get down into the rhythm. And so if you don't get down into that rhythm of where how the guitar is supposed to be in relation to the percussion, then you're not playing reggae. You have to get down into it. And so it's kind of like Led Zeppelin was trying to do the blues, but they were not getting down into it. But they were trying to emote the feel with the skills they had. And so once I understood that, they were kind of trying to, not even their version, but it was kind of like it's like, well, that's kind of I don't know, it's kind of a, what I was going to say is kind of an insulting comparison, so I don't want to do that one, because that's not quite what I mean. This is like listening to the same song, but with different instrumentation, you know? Um, once I understood that, I kind of got it from that end, it's like, oh, so don't expect it to sound like this, because it's not that. It's an interpretation of that. And if you consider where they came from, it's understandable that it would be an interpretation and it wouldn't be exactly like the original. But then there's Clapton. And then that blows that out the water. He's like legit. Clapton and frickin' Paul Rogers. My goodness. Bad Company. That was one group that I took to very quickly. Paul Rogers has that voice. Do I like the brown? Not sure what I did with the outlining, but I almost feel like that's almost like a road into the next thing or something. I don't know why I'm doing that. Putting dirt on her arms. Why am I putting dirt on her arms? It's looking like dirt on her. Yeah, so I found a way into it. And then I just started listening to it a lot. But I always kind of listened to all music anyway, because I grew up with AM radio. And they played everything. My uncle was in a band, an R&B group, and so had that from that on. My dad being Jamaican, I had reggae. I just had a lot of music going on, different types. I don't know what I did just there. Now his shoulder looks a little green, but I'm just going to kind of leave it alone. So I gave her, hey, Wings. Hey, Wings. Hey, Wings. I need gold. Where do I put the gold? I can't lose these guys. I really need to eat. The thought of trying to figure out something to eat is what I'm not looking forward to. So I go to the orthodontist. Supposedly, it's supposed to be in 2 weeks, I think. The 24th. And I'm hoping they come off. Please. Because now it is like 2 years. So it is, I mean, other than, having to avoid the braces, as far as my bite, I feel like my bite is there. I have it back. It's where it's supposed to be. The only thing in the way are the brackets. I wish I could think of something that would make me excited about eating. So I'm halfway still sitting here just because I'm thinking, what can I eat that will really both be good for me and make me excited about eating? And I don't have to put in a lot of effort because I really don't feel like that today either. Something else I ordered this week, and we're going to see how it is. Actually, I don't know. I was in a mood. I just want real good noodles and really good ramen noodles. And all this stuff. I need to get rid of all these things off my desk. I really do. Is I can find the name of the place. Hey, Lori. Did I save that in my it's in my email, maybe. I don't know. Let me see. Can I find it? Boy, my email is like really crazy. No, not that one. Well, I ordered ramen noodles, like really good ones that are, made like, you know, made like they're supposed to be. I don't know how to say that. Traditionally made in a traditional way, but they're made in the U.S. Um, and I also bought some bonita flakes and some other stuff that's like kind of traditional to eat with you know ramen and noodles and stuff. So I'm trying to find where the order is. Where's the order? Where the order? I can find it easy on my phone, but I don't want to look at my phone. I'm not in the mood. So I'm going to see how they are. There it is. Toy roll. Okay, now it says they're delayed. See, I could go for those today. Here it goes. Authentic Japanese ramen noodles by Hakubaku. Hiroshima oyster sauce. It's like actually oyster sauce from oysters, made from oysters that are from a particular very special area in, you know, Japan. Um, Nori Senbyo Furiaki and Katsubushi dried bonito flakes. Yeah, I was like, I'm just going there. It's like I want legit. We not beating around the bush. No, I want the real thing. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm just saying they're going to get here next Tuesday. I could go for that right now today, but I guess I can't have it. Um, yeah, I just was like, I want, I want the real thing. So I'm gonna see how their ramen is because I really want some good real ramen. So I hope this. I'll let you know if it's good. And I bought some off of Amazon. I bought some oyster sauce, and I don't know. I thought I would try it. They said it's like um vegan or vegetarian oyster sauce. I don't know why I went for that. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't know. It's got to be oyster sauce. There's got to be oysters to be oyster sauce, or like fish parts. Um, and yeah, I mean it's all right, but it's got too much. You can tell like sometimes when somebody they try to make things vegan or vegetarian that aren't normally, it usually has like too much sugar or too much salt in it, one or the other. And this is it's like too sweet. And just saying that kind of makes me cringe. But it'll do in certain dishes and in a pinch. But overall, I'm not really pleased. And I think that's what made me just say, like, oh, forget it. Just give me the real thing. Just got aggravated. Oh yeah, I got chopsticks. Actually, actually hid my chopsticks because my husband was using chopsticks to clean the hummingbird feeder. And so when he would do that, I didn't know which chopstick he was using. It's like I'm not eating bird dirt when I eat my Chinese food or whatever, or my Japanese food. So I hid them. I left one out and I hid the rest. Yeah, see, that don't even sound right. Vegan caviar. That's like, there's some things like when they say vegan, it's like eat whatever it is for what it is. Eat the real thing or don't bother. It's just like, just don't. I don't like substitutes for things. Just like them substitute vegan hot dogs, I call them death dogs because they have so much more sodium in them than a regular hot dog. They'll kill you. What's the purpose of going vegan if you're gonna kill yourself with salt? Mm-mm. Just eat a hot dog. It's only like just eat a hot dog once or twice a year. Eat a hot dog. It's not gonna kill you. It really isn't. Then you can eat vegan for the rest of the year. I mean, because that's why I was kind of like a quasi vegetarian because I really didn't like eating meat. I can and now I only eat meat now because I'm kind of from being with my husband. I'm used to kind of eating some meat, but I could really live when I what I do basically is I used to like before I met my husband when I was single and even before I was starting to get anemic when I was like in my 30s. I um I basically did eat vegetarian, but every once in a while, one thing I have to have every once in a while is a cheeseburger. So whenever we went out for to eat, like from with friends or like from we were poor, so me and my friends we didn't go out to eat like that. But like at work when we went out to eat for somebody's birthday or something like that, I'd have a cheeseburger. Well, actually, I would have a turkey burger, not a cheeseburger. Um, and then I there's one thing that I always liked having, and that's bacon. Hey, I come from pig farmers. I'm about to pig. So it's like we ate cheese. I would have always have bacon. That would be like my meat. And I didn't have to have it all the time either. Um, and then I don't know why every once in a while I have to have a burnt hot dog when I could afford hot dogs. Um, but for the most part, no, didn't ate a lot of eggs, vegetables, and eggs, vegetables, beans, and rice. What is that? So oh yeah with the chopsticks. I was like, Lord have mercy. Oh, so I'm gonna eat my noodles with a little bit of bird dirt. No, thank you. Mm-mm. Because they're wooden, so it's like, things soak in the wood. I know they're bamboo, but they're not perfect. It made me even think about getting a pair of those. I don't know what they're even made of, but they seem like they're kind of enameled or something chopsticks. Like they got some kind of. I was like, no, you got a whole bunch of bamboo chopsticks. Just like hide them. Let's see. I should make that. I wonder if I make that orange, it's probably gonna like. Okay, Foxy, don't look. I'm making my I'm making my pumpkin orange because I can't help it. But also because I feel like the picture needs something different. Now, if I can find my orange pencil, I could make it a different color, but I don't know. Pumpkins are orange. They are. I have a nice odd shaped squash that's downstairs. I don't know. It's yellow and it's like almost looks like a big mango that's yellow orange. I don't know what kind of squash that is, but I really want to bake it. But I don't feel like doing that today. I don't feel like this is a day where I should be spending time in the kitchen. I feel a little loopy. Like I said, that training thing got me a little strung out. And I just know it's like, no, I can't be doing too much. And I don't know why I used the. Yeah, I just was like, oh Lord. Well, like I was saying the other day, he like broke our vacuum cleaner because he ran over. It's good to that he was vacuuming, but then he ran over the cord of my laptop at the time. So, and it was an old laptop, and I discovered they didn't even. I couldn't. I had went through a hard time trying to find a new adapter for it. I was like, no. Then he had to get a new vacuum cleaner. It's like, okay, don't vacuum. Just don't do it. He did that with our floor cleaner too. He broke that too. And I said, well, why didn't you just read the directions? You can't put bleach in that. You can't put it in there. I guess, because he's always smelling bleach from me using it all the time. I guess he assumed that's what I did. It's like, no, you can't put bleach inside that. And he broke it. But fortunately, that was under warranty, so I was able to get another one free of charge. That was a blessing, a big blessing, because I love that floor cleaner. It's Tenneco. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm going to say it. Tenneco. It's really nice. And it's like, you don't have to be fiddling around with, I don't know. Well, I wound up getting one of those because I was tired of what is it, is it Hoover Floor Mate? They kept changing the design of it, and they changed it for the worse for some reason. I guess they wanted you to keep buying another one every 2 years, and I was like, no. So I wound up going to the Tenneco, and I really like it because they're about their design, and they're not trying to get you to buy a new one every 2 years. But then if my husband uses it, then I do have to buy one every 2 years. But I warned him on this. I was like, no, you can't put bleach in it. And he won't read, the directions of things. So it's like if he would read the directions of things or ask me first, we'd be all right. But he doesn't want to do either one of those. And so then the thing winds up busted. But his whole family is like that, though. Because they would borrow stuff to the point, like, it's like, no, you can't borrow it anymore. Because it never came back the same way. Never. And I'm from one of those people. You borrow something from somebody else, you give it to them, back to them, better than it was when you borrowed it. Cleaner and everything, right? Not them. No. They'll bust your stuff up and give it back to you. It's like, nope, okay. We're not doing that. Get your own. Get your own. I've never been much of a borrower kind of person anyway. I'm just like, if it's something I need, first of all, I'll find another way to get it done if I don't have it, and it's like a lot of money, I'll find another way to get it done. Whether I rent it from someplace that has that service, that's what I'll do in a pinch. Otherwise, I'll find a way to get it done without it, you know. And I think that comes from being working poor for so long. It's like, just find another way. You can find another way. God will provide another way. Let's find it. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's a kind of resilience that I didn't realize everybody didn't have that. I had no idea. I was sheltered. I had no idea other people didn't have that. And I feel like nowadays, people really need to learn that. Need to learn you can get it done. How do you think people survived up to now when they didn't have these things? There's a way they did it. Find out what that way is and do it. Man, even if you can do it the way that's available now, find out the way that people did it before and do it that way anyway, just to stay in touch with it, because you never know. It's like we're all here because the people before us survived. Our relatives before us survived. How did they do that? Let's do it that way. Let's remember every once in a while. Go back and do it that way so we remember. Although I don't want to be go washing my clothes at the creeks. No, thank you. But if I have to do it, I kind of know. But Lord, I don't want to do that. I don't. Just the thought of it. It's like, oh no, no, no. Let's see. Let me close this. I still have like all that stuff signing up for Netflix, and I was watching Miss Spondy's live. She's French and she does her live in French. So I had Google Translate open, trying to figure out. Wait a minute, what's that? I can't understand half of what people say. I don't know. Getting one word right out of a sentence isn't gonna, isn't gonna help you survive in a place that's French speaking. Might get you punched out. Because I'm not under any pressure or reason, like hanging over my head for reasons to learn it. I can kind of let it slide. Okay, am I going to do her eyes? Seems like I am. It's always scary doing their eyes because I was like, oh no, what did I do wrong? Oh no, I can't remember what eyes look like. How were they made? How did they look? I think that my husband's going on a bike ride. I wonder if did he leave yet or is it later? They got a good day for it today. It was kind of rainy yesterday when they went. But he has rain gear, so. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. I don't know how I feel about that. I might add black. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Take care, Bayou Gold. Right? Yeah, I'm not the borrowing type of person. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like these eyes. I'd do the other ones. Lighter and dark in the middle. What is this? It is brown. I do have that rice I made last week. It's still good. I actually had some yesterday. Actually, it's really good. I loaded that rice up with like vegetables. I like made I just blended the vegetables, made a sofrito and put that in, and then I put some water in enough, to because the sofrito is kind of watery because it's got the vegetables in it, and then I just added enough water just to make it the right consistency. Okay, I like that better. So, I mean, I put poblanos in that sofrito, poblanos, because I wanted my capsium, my pepper thing for my congestion, and carrots, onion, scallions, garlic, and then I just poured the thing over the rice. It's like I'm gonna get my vegetables one way or another. Just like put it in there. Okay, now I feel like I'm digging a hole in the paper or making a dent. Okay, they're not exactly how I want them, but they're almost there. Thank you, Anfield. Hope you enjoyed your tea. Lexi, I've been on here 2 hours now. You've probably been ready for get ready for bed now. I've been on here a long time. Now how am I gonna? This is what I always have a problem doing when I'm doing a fair skinned skin. How do what do I contour the skin with? I don't want to do brown because then I'm going to change your color. You know, I don't know. Maybe I should have used this because this has kind of a. This is something I keep messing up. I need to use a Prismacolor. I really do. So it doesn't. Because see, now I'm giving her a brown nose. I don't want her to be a brown nose. I have to add red. Oh, see, this is where I start going way left. Ah! Oh, wow. I had to get that right. I'm still trying to figure that out. What color are her lips? What color are her stockings? Orange? Or maroon? Like I got on the cover. What color is a weather vane? Doesn't have to be the color of weather vanes. It could be something kind of. I don't know. And I just realized I didn't color in the. So on my Netflix thing, I don't know. It may gross me out. Maybe I shouldn't even try to watch it. But that show Black Mirror that everybody was watching, like 4 years ago or something like that. That series. I put that in my my watch to watch list. I don't know. There's some things that I can't watch like I used to. Just like maybe like 7 years ago. And so I don't know how I'm gonna react to it. I think that was another reason why I had gotten rid of Netflix too. was because of that. I just was not feeling. I don't know. There's a lot of things I didn't watch. It's like different watching like the show, and this was not on Netflix at the time, but watching the show Breaking Bad now, as opposed to watching Breaking Bad 10 years ago, it just feels totally different. Watching things like that with like transgressive heroes, you know, it just feels totally different. When something was looked at as like, taboo and um kind of like out there, like no regular person would do that and whatever. It had that different feel then. But now it just feels like, yeah, some people would do that. Yeah, they're kind of like, people did the level of a sense of lawlessness in human beings is different now. Like with things you see from like the internet, things people do because of the internet, the things we see on the internet that people have done or are doing. Okay, now it makes it to where like, yeah, it's no, people are really like doing crazy mess like this. So it's not as it just feels different. When you didn't think people were really doing this kind of stuff, it was like, yeah, okay. This is kind of amusing. This is like an imagination trip. But now I don't feel too much like imagination. And so I don't enjoy it. Because I'd be thinking, yeah, some fool out here is really doing this mess. That's not good. But let me try and watch it. And I can watch it while I'm doing work stuff so that I'll be like kind of halfway paying attention to it. And then if something really does flip me out on there, then I'll just turn it off. But it seemed like all of a sudden it's like, yep, sign up for Netflix, which was kind of weird. Not anything I expected. So I don't know what's going to be on there. And then I see they have Peaky Blinders on there, which I have to think back now. Did I finish watching all of that? I love Cillian Murphy. Absolutely, positively. Cillian Murphy, Viggo Mortensen, and Mikkel Mikkelsen. Those three actors, I absolutely love those actors. I don't know, there's something about them. And I mean, I love Cillian Murphy so much. I bought um he's probably part of the reason I bought that movie oh gosh. Oh my gosh, can't remember the name. It has a great soundtrack. But there was also another movie he was in before I think anybody really knew who he was. And something about beautiful something, and he's playing someone who's I think transgender or something like that. But they don't really say that that's what he is or whatever. Oh my gosh, the way he plays that part, you just fall in love with that character for his level of just like innocence and I don't know, whatever. I don't know. But then, like, to see the other things he played in, and then Cillian Murphy played in, I was like, oh my gosh, this actor has like, he really has what do you whatever you call it. He can play a lot of different parts and like make you believe it. Um, yeah, I think he's incredible. I really like his acting, and the same for the other two, especially Mickelson, who like I watch foreign films just to see him in it. Because it's like I don't know what they're saying, but well, I had subtitles, so but I watch it for his acting because he's got like he's amazing, and I think he was in that movie Pusher, the first one, and I don't think I saw that. That wasn't the first thing I saw him in, but I think I may watch that, even though like it sounds kind of. but I may watch it just because he's in it. I've decided I need to have a Mickelson um, movie binge for anything I haven't seen already of his. I saw the one where he plays a minister, a pastor or whatever, who has this works with has this program where he works with ex-convicts. They come and work on his at his parish. It was funny. It was really funny and a good movie. And I think I watched another movie with him where I can't remember what it is, if he had murdered somebody or something like that, or something. I don't know. He was involved in something devious, but he was a regular person who wound up getting involved in something devious. And it takes place in a place where there's like a lot of snow. I usually don't like watching movies where there's a lot of snow, but I watched it because it was him and his acting, and it was a good movie. I can't remember the name of it though, but I can't remember a lot of things, so don't hold it against the movie. What time is it? I really need to go. I kind of am feeling like I don't want to stop because of. Should we make these hay fields? Might as well, huh? She's got hay wings. Let's make hay fields. Maybe make this side grass because, I don't know. Would they have a weather vane in the middle of a hayfield? I don't know. Oh, I almost thought I lost. I didn't. I saw this side of the dish and I thought I lost all my pigment. No, I did not. I didn't lose it. Yeah. I might be able to do it just without any pencil, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I think I want part S. Let's see where this takes us. I'm gonna wind up with all of these out of her. Get some appearance of like fall foliage. Can't see because of that. If I could magically snap my fingers and have what I wanted to eat right in front of me, what would it be? can't even think of anything. That's where we're at these days. I can't even think of anything. It's like, nothing. That's bad. I gotta eat. Eat a cold, starve a fever. Okay. I don't know if I said thank you. Thank you, Anfield. Where? I'm gonna make that grass or more hay. Or a dirt road. You can make it a dirt road. We got Brown. What can Brown do for you? I'm just doing all these commercials. I don't know why they're all coming to my head. We were talking the other day about, like, I don't know, commercials don't have the same kind of zhuzh these days. The memorable sayings and things, stories. I did see one, a commercial, that one State Farm commercial from a few years ago that they showed around this time of year with the couple that bought a house, and turns out the house is haunted, so like they're wondering if they're insured for, like, that. Oh my gosh, that commercial is hilarious. I only saw it once though. I didn't see it again. But that commercial is really funny. When the ghost reacts when they realize what they want the insurance for is because of it. And it's kind of like, what? It kind of flips out a little bit because it was excited to have them there, and now they want to get out. What is? I kind of want to make a line. No, like I said, I just learned how to color in these books, so don't judge me. And backgrounds do freak me out, so gotta go around their little wand things. I'm gonna make this grass, I think. Let's start off with that color. And I'm gonna use my little point. Or not. Oh my gosh, I can't even hold on to it. I kind of was thinking I'd like to find my oil pastels because I'm almost thinking they would work good in this book, and I don't know how to use oil pastels, but like I said, I do have some that I bought at one time thinking I was going to use them. Like, I don't know, they've got to be like, I don't know, 15 years old or something like that. They're old, but um, I kind of want to. I'm thinking about trying them in here, and I don't really want to buy new oil pastels because I don't know if I'm gonna like working with them. So I'd kind of like to try. I'd like to find those and use them. and see if I like them. But I almost feel like they would have. Well, see, then I still got to think about how I'm going to get the color on here and how I'm going to blend. So that would still be a problem. Yeah, that didn't work. It's almost like it undid what I did. Let's leave it on. Where is it? I had it. You know what? Let's do it. Yep. Not used for purpose intended, but it's actually blending. This is actually an eraser. Those Color eraser brush pen. It has a brush thing on it to brush it away. That's kind of cool. Do I have... See, coloring really does calm me down. Okay. Oh, we need to do the... Let's do this, the hay effect. What is it? Is this the one? No, it was a shorter one. That's how I know. There's actually a hayfield here near me somewhere. I barely recognize it though. I just see them making the bales, so I know there's a I guess it must be hay in that field. I don't know. It doesn't look like I expect hay to look, but they got the bales and the baler. So either they're baling the hay somewhere else nearby and bring in some of the bales back here and their baler, or there's hay there. And you might be like, well, how can you not know there's not hay there? I don't know. Because I'm really not. I'm not a farmer. And the farmers in my family, as far as I know, they must have bought their hay. They didn't bale their own. I know a little something about the country, but not everything. I still know how to run from bugs. Okay, and it might be as good as we get with that. I don't want to, you know. It just has to look hay-esque, not absolute hay. Just hay-esque. I feel like I want her eyes to be brighter, shinier somehow. Maybe I get that little dot in there or something they use, the white dot. Need to figure out what I want the background of color to be closer up. Red or green? Green seems so obvious, but whatever. Okay, and that's the color I'm missing here. Unless I have it out. Like a sea green. They don't really have like a sea green color in these Neo color ones. I mean, you can easily just put white in there, though, I guess. But I don't know why it seems kind of weird to put green in here. But... oh, there's her hand. Uh-oh. I didn't see that before. That might be kind of hard to fix. Because I gotta remember how I started with this. I think it was the peach. It must have been this, I think. I'm gonna build that whole thing up. Shoot. I think I'm gonna need a Q-tip for that, maybe. Okay. I'm obsessed. Oop, don't use that. I'm gonna try. Trying to use all my supplies in 2025. I think, I don't know, I'm kind of closer than I ever have been. I mean, I've used stuff different this year than I haven't before, so we're kind of doing it. Kind of, sorta. I don't know that that's not the one I want. I don't want to stop coloring now. Now that I've started. Is this it? No, this must be it. Doesn't look like it though. But it is. One thing I noticed on this, and I'm trying to figure out, like, I don't know, it may do it everywhere. The white Derwent ChromaFlow, it looks gray when I put it on this paper. And I gotta check to see, does it do it in another paper too, and why? It says it's white. It don't look white. Ooh, that looks awful. It made it dingy looking. It's kind of weird. That's really weird. That must have been what I went through with the base. Oops, that's not what I want either. I want white. Jeez. That was a burnisher. That must be why I added that orange back, because it made it look muddy or something. Okay, well, maybe the kitty's being around and will kind of hide that. I don't know. That looks weird. She looks dingy. I don't want her to be dingy. Okay, I know I'm adding yellow, but I really want to kind of, I don't know. I need to change this somehow. Whew. That shit looks like an alien. No. Uh-oh. We're gonna fix it. Really, we are. Somehow. I need pink. I need pink. Where? I don't have pink in here. Is this the one that I used that made her dingy? I don't want my girl to be dingy. I wonder if I need to erase it out. Or, and then erase it out? Add this and then erase it out. And let me see if it stains. I know we're doing a whole experiment here. Blend it in and then erase it out. Let's see what happens. Good job. I'm tempted to put white on there, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Holy overworked, Batman. Shall we need to let that spot rest a little bit. Or something. Huh. Which orange did I use? That looks too yellow. I need pink. I need a pink. I need a pink. That's not really pink. That's not really pink. I need a Prisma. I need a Prisma. I need things. That's kind of dingy too. Oh my gosh, this hand. We're going from bad to worst. We get to eat. Because we're giving her jaundice. This is why I like to do all of the skin tone at the same time. So like I can make it. So whatever I use, like no yellow in it. Okay, so now I found a use for actually using it for purpose intended. Works too. It didn't in the first thing coloring book I used it in. Okay, so what are we doing? To take out the yellow, I need green. That's one way to do it. Right? Or blue. Blue or purple. You know, like how they do makeup? Give you the undertone. Does yellow and purple actually make brown? Okay. So we're doing whole, like, color theory experiments. Oh, wow. We might just have to hide this hand. I don't know why I have such a mental block for it now. I do. Because I can't remember what the base of that was. Well, we're going to call that shade. Her hand's in the shade. The kitty's fat. It's shade in her hand. How about that? We'll figure it out later. I'm not going to... I'll be able to think clearer later. I think I'm going to go eat. It's 3 hours. Wow. I can't believe I've been sitting here that long. But there she is, Queen of the Pumpkin Patch. Although that's not the queen of the pumpkin patch. That's in little. Did I start calling that? I just thought of that. In For the coloring with Tailor Made, the color along. Did I start her? I got the thing in there. Yes, I did. So I forgot. I need to finish her on the list. I did start her. Ooh, I'm going to have to do another wheel. That wheel was challenging. I wanted to make her wagon red. I just couldn't help it. I wanted it to be red. But I made it red with black wheels instead of making it out of wood. Wood probably would have been the logical choice, but I wanted her wagon to be red. Okay. So anyway, I don't think I started this one. Nope, I didn't. She's adorable. Absolutely adorable. Okay. That is it for me. My autumn coloring for today. And I kind of like her. I need to put on here what I did, what I used. It's something that I need to do. I'll write that on this side of the page. But there she is. I'll get a fresh look at it. I'll have fresh eyes like tomorrow or later or something. So that's all for me. I don't know if I showed this. I gotta do a short of her. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Have a good rest of your day or evening. Bye-bye.